Hello, families and students. I wanted to pop on here to show you once again to review how to join our Google Classroom if you haven't. Most of you have, but just in case you haven't, as well as how to add a Google Classroom. My fourth graders, some of you still need to add your music class, so please make sure after you watch this video that you make sure you are logged in or you have added the class. And also, I want to go over how to check your assignments and grades. So we're going to start off by I signed my son in. He is a student in San Diego Unified. So just to kind of give you an idea from a student's point of view versus a teacher. So you'll notice right here, there's a blue join button. I'm just going to click join, and that will automatically take me into Google Classroom. At the top, you have three buttons. You have stream, you have classwork, and you have people. Okay. Under stream is just going to basically tell you everything that I've done, as far as if I've added any new assignments, so on and so forth. But really, there's not a whole lot on here that the kids are going to need to worry about. This will tell you where there's upcoming work that's due, and you'll notice that we don't really have anything upcoming. The classwork button is really where you're going to want to be most of the time. When going into the classwork tab, you're going to see that there are different assignments. In these assignments, if it is green, that means it has not yet been completed. If it is gray, that means that the assignment has already been done. Just an example of what it would look like if an assignment is done. See how it's gray? So what you're looking for is your child to have all gray for their assignments. To check or for them even to check their grades, if they click on view work, it'll come up with everything that they have been assigned. It'll tell you if it's missing, if it's late, if it was on time, and if it was graded. So for example, again, this is just my son's account that I put on really quickly. And I just filled it in to make it look like he had some work done. But it'll say here like, oh, he forgot to do his goodbyes on September 11th, video game day assignment he didn't do. But he did do his selfie rating. It says here he did turn it in late, but he got 5 out of 5 points. You'll also notice that there's a little like a comment blog. If you click on that, you'll see that there's a comment that was made. So the only person who sees the comment besides myself is the child. So it isn't something that's public for everyone to see. So I always encourage the kids, if they have a question, to always write it on their assignment so that I can go ahead and respond. And what I mean by write on their assignment would be inside here, you'll see where it says private comments. They would go ahead and write a comment to me, and then I would get it on my end and I would be able to respond. So, and again, that is private between the child or the student and myself. Not everyone in the class sees that. If you want to see, how many points they were given, it'll give it to you here. Sometimes there won't be full points, and maybe you can go in and see why. This says here that it's turned in, but it's not graded. So they did it, but it hasn't been graded yet. All the red ones mean they did not do it. So for example, here's one that he got 3 out of 5 instead of 5 out of 5. And usually I'll leave a comment or note on there letting them know why points were deducted. Also, at the bottom, you'll see here that says History in the Making Journal. And you'll notice the due date says September 30th. So that's something that they're going to be working on all the way until then. Once it gets closer to September 30th, it'll start showing in the upcoming assignments that are due. I have added all of the parents to our Google Classroom with the email address you gave me on Dojo. When you get that email to your inbox, it should give you something that looks like this. Get classroom email summaries. So if you push accept, that means that it will send you summaries of what your child has and has not completed, mostly what they have not and upcoming work actually. So if you look here, this will be after you say, okay, I accept. This will be what it looks like. It'll give you something with whatever children that you have signed up in Google Classroom. If all the teachers have given you a request for this, you'll see multiple kids like this student has. And I personally click on daily. And the reason I do that for myself, for my own child, is because I like to know what they're getting done and not getting done. That gives me an opportunity to have a conversation too, like, oh, did you forget something? If so, let's go back and look. So that's a really good way for you to get daily updates. With that being said, that update comes to you looking like this, and you will notice that my son is not doing some of his work. So this was something that I got. This was an update, and it said these are the things that were due, and he did not turn them in. So needless to say, we had a conversation about that. But most of these were because he just did not click the turn in button. So you just want to make sure that your children are actually clicking the turn in button. For example, good mornings. They go in through the link, they complete the work, but if they don't come back and put submit, it'll look like they didn't do it when in reality they did. So that's what happened kind of with this. And then you'll notice here, this is some stuff that is coming or that he had upcoming at this time. So it's definitely a good resource. I would highly recommend it. You can choose weekly or daily. Again, I like to stay on top of him every day because sometimes things can, add up, but it's completely up to you and how you wish to do it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thanks so much.